Hello again. So I'm here on this occasion to share with you a another YouTube video by a different content creator and my comments on it, my reaction to it, if you will. And the name of the video, for some reason, I navigated away from it, but it's Project Looking Glass and Time Technology by Robert SEPEHR. And some of you may be familiar with SEPEHR, who is an anthropologist and a fairly seasoned and accomplished YouTuber. He puts together a really admirably developed presentations, yeah, of subject matter. In this case, I wish the focus really had been a little more on Project Looking Glass because I think there's more that could be said about it. But there are other videos on YouTube about it, and I was told quite a bit about it by somebody who had investigated it. But I haven't watched the source videos or read articles and that sort of thing. I haven't done in-depth internet research. I haven't gone down the rabbit hole, so to speak. So one of my Facebook friends posted this and said it's interesting. Well, heck yeah, it's very interesting. Let's see. I'm, oh, well, okay. I was scrolling through Facebook through my timeline. I don't want to do that. I want to look through, I don't know, my friends' timelines. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I was going to look up whatever was initially said about it, but just that it was interesting, right? Which is true. Now, these are my comments on it. I will, of course, put the link in the description of my video, right? So, Robert Sepper, has done an exceptional job with this video. That's my opinion. As far as I'm able to detect, it is 100% consistent with what I have been learning recently. I could fill in a few interesting ancillary details. For example, after Trump was declared the winner of the 2016 election, he was filmed whispering to his wife, Melania. An expert lip reader reported that what he said to her, whispering in her ear, was, "If it hadn't been for your time machine, none of this would have been possible." Now, you may laugh at that and you may say, well, that's interesting. Surely the lip reading was misinterpreted. But maybe not, right? I mean, after you watch Sepper's video, your mind will be opened enough to consider that Donald may have known what he was talking about. And I added the once and future First Lady is reported to be a Nordic ET who originated in the Nordics underground outpost on Venus. Well, there's a lot that could be said about Nordics from Venus, but moving on in this particular case, the Galactic Federation of Worlds observe a law, or observe as law, the prime directive, a la Star Trek. It was given to Roddenberry by them, and one could suppose that the technological help rendered by Nordic ETs, so-called, they're not, Nordic means from the Northlands, and they're not from there. They're from other planets. But anyway, Nordic ETs to the Germans and later to the Nazi-infiltrated USA violated that directive. Meaning what? I can't say exactly, but there was a breakaway faction of Nordics that wanted nothing to do with the Galactic Federation. They are known as the Tal Shiar. their homeworld being Talihara, a planet of the star we know as Alcyone, which is in the Pleiades. The GFW, on the other hand, is associated with the Arahil, excuse me. The vowel is probably somewhere between E and I, but it can be written either way. The Arahil of the planet Era of the star we call Tegeta. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, or maybe Tegeta or something like that. I have to look that up. The government of Talihara has more recently leaned into an improved relationship with the Federation. Taking that into account, the Prime Directive, and issues surrounding it, the GFW and other benevolent galactics are now poised to aid us, humans here on Earth, in rapidly developing and deploying advanced technology, including free energy, anti-gravity, technologically assisted teleportation, technology for rapid and complete healing of wounds and reversal of disease, even age regression, and things that aren't quite so popular in discourse. Quantum communication that is instant without regard to distance, for example. The GFW deemed their intentions harmonious with the Prime Directive because we, quote, should have had all that technology by now, end quote, and would have if it hadn't been hidden from the common people by the financial and power elite who reserved it for themselves and their own use. I think we can also expect to gain access to validated and proven methods of consciousness development that are more powerful and rapidly effective than what we've recently received through, or excuse me, what we have received through traditions and preservation of knowledge via sacred texts, or I should say ancient texts, not all of them necessarily sacred. The most important takeaway for me, and possibly for anyone reading this, is that I feel that SEPEHR's fact-rich, well-researched, and brilliantly assembled presentation is strong validation of other sources that I've been accessing recently, and vice versa. Once again, mind thoroughly blown. Yeah, it was a great video, and it added a lot of detail to things I already knew a little bit about. And for something that doesn't mention anything more specific than what it does, it's a really fantastic video. And so, I've watched a lot of videos, maybe 20 minutes in length, maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, and I've been doing a lot of reading, and all of this flows together in my mind to develop a big picture of what's going on in the galaxy and right here on Earth. And it's, as I've said before, it imparts a much bigger context to everything, and thereby it's increased my clarity, or the clarity of my view of the reality that we all live in together. Let me switch things back to Meetin here, since I finished reading Facebook for you, for your edification. So, yeah, I'm a happy camper, and SEPEHR's video made me happier. It makes it easier for me to present my thoughts to you and not look like a nutcase. Well, to some people, I will look like a nutcase anyway, and then there are people that know me well, and they may not understand my motivation for going off the deep end with this ET stuff, but you may come to understand it better, quite a bit better, if you watch SEPEHR's video and attend to it. He speaks very clearly, and the development of his presentation is very logical and well connected, and it sits in the mind with, how shall I put it? It's very digestible to my mind anyway, and I suspect to almost anyone's who's of average intelligence or better. So I'm not here to lavish compliments on Mr. SEPEHR, and I understand that sometimes he gets things wrong. Okay, fine, don't we all? But the effect of watching the video was like there was nothing inhibiting or standing in the way of my clearly and immediately understanding exactly what point was being made and how it connected with the points prior to it and the ones that came after. So I'd say he's actually one of the best writers. If you think of like screenwriting, writing a little mini documentary or something that I've encountered. So yeah, kudos, kudos to him. If you wonder what these things are that flash in the background, well, over here, yeah, there is a red curtain. Yeah, you can see that, right? That's sort of an improvised curtain covering a window that otherwise a lot of light comes through. And I live in an apartment, and it's not my property, so you know, I'm making the best of things. And up on the other side is a picture of a lion. You can see that, can't you? Beautiful picture my friend Nancy gave to me. Hi, Nancy. Thank you. Yeah, I keep that, and it's inspiring, right? Um, so there you go. There was my brief introduction of SEPEHR's video and recommendation of it, and a little bit of extra commentary added to it. You and I, whoever you are, we could have a listening party or a watching party, a watch party, I think is what they call it, right? Where we could sit and watch the video and pause it here and there and ask questions and give answers or just insert comments that broaden understanding of what is being said. We could do that, and I think that would be um, a very worthy thing. And there's a Facebook group called the Galactic Federation Study Group, or Galactic Federation of Worlds Study Group. Well, let's say if I and some of my friends had a little study group, maybe conducted by Zoom or Meetin online or some other similar technology, or if we could meet at a physical location and we could have a watch party. It'd be fun, productive, bonding, and well, it may not be the paragon example, the ultimate example, but it's an example of the sort of thing people ought to be doing together nowadays, in my opinion. What do you think? What do you think about anything I say? Anything I've said in this video in particular? Please comment, comment. And it's obligatory that I say like, subscribe, tell your friends. I want to grow my subscriber base, you know, rapidly, and I want to keep producing material that is of intellectual quality and that also stirs the heart and is well articulated for your enjoyment and benefit, and for my own. I get a lot out of doing this. So, on that note, I will bid you adieu for now. Hasta la vista, bye bye, and we'll talk again soon. Or you can listen to me soon if you want to. All right, bye for now.